OK, CBD oil has soared in popularity in recent years, becoming a multi-billion-dollar industry. And while there are plenty of stories about it being used to treat medical conditions, not everyone's convinced, with more research needed into its side effects.
But that's not stopping seven brothers who are on a medical marijuana mission. They're among the world's best-known producers of the product, and they're now planning to launch in Australia. Their company is called Charlotte's Web, and two of the seven brothers behind it, Jesse and Joel Stanley, join us this morning. Good morning to you guys. Well, you're entering this market here in Australia. You need to buy a prescription, though. Is that the key difference in Australia?
Yes, in the US, you can really get products like Charlotte's Web over the counter. And, it really looks like more research is going to be needed in order to move regulation to greater access, over-the-counter access here in Australia, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So why do we need it?
Why do we need CBD? Good question. A lot of research around it from a lot of different reasons. Some people use it for debilitating diseases, as well documented by our story, Charlotte's Web, which is named after a little girl named Charlotte. Other people take it to help with assisted in sleeping, focus, everyday anxiety, things like that.
Just take us through, I think one of the confusing things, particularly for Australians, is the legalising of marijuana and the use of medicinal marijuana. Just take us through the difference there, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing that around the world, right? So even in the United States, you have some states that have a medical marijuana policy, some have a recreational policy, and there are very different things. One is prescribed as for a doctor, the other one you can go in as adult use over 21. So currently here in Australia, you're looking at the medical aspect of it. So you're looking for physician advocacy. Why that's important is that physicians want research. More research, the more they're willing and able to prescribe it, put it out there. So our job on our side is going around telling our story. Our story anecdotally obviously shows the evidence of it helping, but we're also putting time and energy and money into research so that it better makes the physicians able to prescribe that medicine.
So this will be something that you'll have to go to the doctor to get a prescription for and use?
Yes, presently. So we're actually beginning our first phase 1 clinical trial here in Brisbane, actually, here in just a month. So as that research unfolds, and that's what physicians need, is they need the data from the clinical trials in order to really advocate for products like this. This is kind of, medical cannabis came cart before the horse. We were prohibiting it, and people were using it, and all of these fantastic anecdotal stories came out, but we don't have the clinical data, so that's what we're really going back for right now.
Yeah, it's ongoing and going to be really interesting for you guys, I think, having this trip and understanding our industry a little bit better as well. I know that you've just arrived in about an hour and a half ago from LA, so thank you so much for your time, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Stay with us. We have more on